Hello. Oh, that's loud, isn't it? Blimey. Hi, I'm Chris from Eurogamer, and welcome to the final developer session of the show. Thank you so much for coming. This is the EGX Resd GameJam, sponsored by some lovely people called the Creative Assembly. Two of them are standing there, I had to say that. And yeah, if you haven't been to one of these before, there are 6 teams that have been making games during the show over the course of 8 hours, which is ridiculous, and the fact that they even have games that work that are right here is sort of mind-blowing, and I'm looking forward to see them a lot. And yeah, I'm going to be hosting this, but I have some lovely judges that are going to take a look at the games, say what they think, and eventually hand out some prizes. So shall we introduce them? Okay, so I'm gonna say your name and where you're from, and then if you could all tell me what you do, that would be nice. And I'm gonna leave Andrew till the end because he has a cool story. Okay, cool. So this is Al Hope from the Creative Assembly. Hello.
Hi everyone. I'm creative director of Alien Isolation.
I've heard of that game. It's pretty good, man. Awesome. So we've got Anissa Sanusi from Frontier Developments.
Hi guys, I'm a UI UX designer and also artist, and we work on Planet Coaster right now.
Good game. It's a good game. I like it a lot. I'm going to skip you, Andrew. Sorry. And then we've got Dan Brewer, also from the Creative Assembly. No, we're going to come back. We're going to come back.
So yeah, I'm Dan. I work as a senior gameplay designer at Creative Assembly, working on Halo Wars 2 at the moment.
Good games, good games. And Andrew Smith, hello.
Hi.
I wanted to leave you to last because you have a real connection to this exact thing that we're doing. Do you want to explain that?
Yeah, hopefully it's not my bad Arnie impression. So yeah, 3 years ago, I'm from Spilt Milk, and 3 years ago we were at the Jam as one of the teams. I think it was the inaugural Jam, and we didn't win, but Tango Fiesta went on to get signed by a publisher, and that came out last year on Steam, and it's all very exciting to be here. And,
How do you feel about the fact that you didn't win it? Is that all right?
Well, there were some very nice laptops we didn't get.
Okay, all right.
I'll just leave it at that.
But Tango Fiesta came out, and it's a thing on Steam, and people have played it, and that's pretty cool too.
Some of them even liked it.
There you are, right?
Yeah.
That's the real prize here. Okay, cool. Well, maybe we'll see another Tango Fiesta. Hopefully they haven't stolen your name, but like another game that could go on to do the same thing.
Something nearly as good.
Okay, all right. Awesome. Well, I guess we'll introduce the first team. There's going to be a bit of a time limit here. We're going to try and keep each game, like demo and presentation, to about 5 minutes, just because otherwise the session might be really long. So yeah, as well as the talent involved in creating a game over the course of 8 hours, there's also something here in the fact that you're learning how to pitch a game that you've made as well, which is also an important part of the process, I imagine. All right, cool. Well, let's have a look at the list here. Team number 1, called Sofa Squadron, great name, with their game Total War Top of Hops. Excellent. Right, would you guys let it come up? Hello, big warm welcome, come on, here we are. Hello, guys. All right, well, I guess I will leave that to you. If you want to take the mic, and go ahead, please.
Hello, everyone. We're the Sofa Squadron. As we said, I just firstly want to say thank you to Creative Assembly and Resd for hosting the Jam, because it was an amazing thing to make a game in 8 hours. And also congratulations to all the other contestants as well, because you guys, we just made some awesome games. It's amazing. We made a game!
Woo! Well, come on, what was that? Woo!
There we are. Right. Cool, thank you. So as I said, we're the Sofa Squadron, but who are we exactly? My name's Michael. I did the sound and design for our game. This is Jules, who did some pictures and stuff, made it look generally wonderful. And this is Joel, who I suppose he developed it. I don't know. Developers, they just never get any recognition, do they? So we had to make a game about Flux, which was the theme for the Game Jam. But what is Flux?
I'm so glad you did this bit, by the way, because I probably should have done that. Whoops.
Yeah,
Good job, thank you.
We got this, man, we got this. Flux, the action or process of flowing or flowing out. There is a number 2 definition as well, which we had to kind of refrain from making a game on. But then we would have just made a game about a number 2 definition of flux. But there we go. The action or process of flowing or flowing out. I kind of started scribbling some ideas about flux, kind of like ripples and things moving and what have you. And then this center sketch there, Jules saw that and thought, hey, that could be like frogs in a pond. We've got a ripple that's coming from the center and flowing out and fluxing, and so we've got a pond of frogs, and we had some diversifying kind of themes for the jam as well, which were liquid, waves, and sound.
Should have mentioned that. Thank you. Cheers. That's great. Yeah. Good.
So we had, so as we thought with this idea, we have liquid because we're on a pond. We have waves because we have the ripples flowing out from the center, which is flux as well. And we have sound. We made a sound game. It's a 6-player, so the wonderful judges will get a chance to play it competitively, kind of Guitar Hero with frogs. As the wave emanates from the center, you have to press the B button when the wave hits your frog. So without further ado, I think we should play Total War, Top of the Hops.
Woo!
Had to get the Total War pun in for Creative Assembly.
Yeah.
So everyone gets like a...
So is it everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a 6-player game, so... do you guys want to play it? Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys wanna
let's
pick
pull
on one of
those
those.
out the back
So
there.
the number on here corresponds to the circle.
So if you're 6, you're on the furthest outside of the room.
Okay.
And if you're on the 5, second furthest outside.
Press B and then second.
Press B when the wave hits you. So the first 5 rounds, like, it's just a free for all, and then after that, cool. So you just B. Yeah, just B. Cool, that's good. That's good.
So just press B. Okay.
Guys, I got this. This is good. Oh, someone's out.
Oh no.
Head's nothing on music.
This is really adorable, guys. Seriously. Oh.
This is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Oh no! We almost got to level 3.
Well done.
That was great, guys. Well done. There's a third level as well, which is just really, really fast, kind of really happy, jumpy music, which you didn't get to hear. But yeah, that's our game, Total War, Top of the Hops. Thanks very much.
Cool. Another round of applause. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, Squadron. All right. Okay. Over to the judges. Who won, by the way, then?
Andrew.
Nice one. Well
I'm
done.
good at this jam stuff.
Okay. I'm going to ask you guys to each comment on what you just played here. I'm going to guess that the Total War pun there is going to win some favors, right?
No, we're completely impartial.
Right.
And,
Okay. Sure.
might actually be marked down for toadying to the
Oh,
judges.
boo.
Boy.
Sorry.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about Guitar Hero with frogs. I just felt like a bit more like Counter-Strike with frogs. I mean, it's pretty brutal the way you got
How did
taken
you go
out of the
out early
game.
on?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lovely kind of experience, and yeah, good use of 8 hours.
Yeah,
That was,
absolutely.
yeah, tremendous.
And yeah, thank you, Sofa Squadron, for pointing out that yeah, the theme of the game jam was flux, obviously, but the judges are going to like perhaps give some extra credit to teams that have managed to use those extra kind of keywords in interesting ways. Should have said that. Thank you. Cheers. Nice one. Anissa, what did you think
It
of
was-
Total War, Top of the Hops?
It was super cute, number one, but also I think it's a bit confusing because we had to figure out who we were, and that all the toads looked the same. And I think I was player 5, and it took me a while to find where I was. So the first few levels, the first few notes, I was like, oh, which one am I? You know. So if that was just numbers, that would just make it just perfect for me. Other than that, I'm surprised at how cute it is. Under 8 hours, that's super cute. I'm just going to use the word cute over and over.
Yeah, it's pretty cute. It's pretty
You get cute points. There you go.
Okay, excellent. Maybe that should have been a keyword. I don't know. Andrew,
I thought it was...
you won. So
Well,
right?
there you go. Yeah,
Good.
all the points.
Excellent.
All the points. I thought, yeah, it was a really good looking game. I thought, like, with my producer hat on, it was excellently kind of scoped for the 8 hours. Obviously, they were able to kind of do everything to a consistent quality, which is really tough, and well done for that. And yeah, like, I think you're right, the issue with the frogs and maybe having a different button per player and a different coloured frog or something like that, just because you've got the SNES pads there. And that sort of thing. But I know what it's like.
Sure.
I know what it's like.
Like
You're going to get sick of it.
You know, within 8 hours, these are kind of a concept,
Yeah.
right? I guess
Yeah.
as long as the fixes are things that you can easily suggest and could easily be implemented.
They're
that's
tiny
something, right?
fixes, but it does make a huge difference.
Cool. Awesome. And Dan, what do you
So-
think, my friend?
I'm looking forward to the soundtrack download because that was pretty
Right.
cool, very catchy. I think, yeah, like you said, it's a nice repeatable mechanic as well that you can expand it quite easily. I'm seeing DLC opportunities for different music tracks. You could tie it in with X Factor maybe, I don't know. Like you said, the attention to detail with the animation, the frogs bob their heads in time to the music and the music gets faster. In 8 hours? How the hell do you guys do that? That takes us like weeks to schedule that in for AAA stuff.
What are you talking about?
Very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, beautiful graphics, really nice gameplay, and same thing again. I couldn't quite figure out which frog I was, so I was playing along, thinking, I might be dead, I might be dead.
Just hope that you know.
Yeah.
Excuses.
I think I won in my mind, so.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, thank you so much. Cool. And yeah, another round of applause for Soul Squadron, please. Thank you. Okay, time for team number 2. This is Neon Dream with their game MIDI Vice. Where's team number 2? Hello. You all right? How's it going? I have a microphone around here. It was supposed to be in the middle. I think we seem to have lost... Hello, Becky. Do you know where the microphone went? Or should I... Okay, good. Hello. Go ahead.
Hi everybody. Is this on? Yeah. There we go. Yeah, like he just said, we're Neon Dream and this is our game MIDI Vice. Before we talk about the concept of the game, I'd like to say what Sofa Squadron said and thank the guys at Creative Assembly and the guys at Resd for organising all of this. It's been great, to be honest. So thanks very much, everybody. So yeah, Tom came up with the main idea of the game, so I'll let him take it away with the coming up of the idea and everything.
You just go throw me under the bus and let me speak. Yeah, so like I said, been said many times, the theme was Flux, sorry. So we kind of played a bit, maybe a bit fast and loose, I'm not sure. Because what kind of popped into my head was like, Flux, music, guitar, I know we can't make that. So we kind of went on a lot of different themes, kind of utilising what we had, because we were one of the few teams who had a proper musician. So we're like, we gotta make a music game, how do we fit this in? Flux music. Waves, I think we do actually have water in there somewhere, so. Yeah, down at the bottom, that's a reflection, so, you know, water's in there, that's points. Yeah, let's try to get those up. Yeah, so his key, like, inspiration for this was kind of a, you know, the visualizer, the bars and things like that. We're thinking, how can we kind of incorporate that into a game? And it's like, well, you know, they're kind of like platforms and things like that. So imagine, like, taking that and then taking the idea of kind of an infi run in, but kind of infi run's been done before, so kind of changing that, saying you don't control things. You'll see. It's probably easier to see it than me explain it that way. So yeah, so should we crack on with the demo or so?
Just before we begin, there's a little man running along the top. You don't control him, you control the buildings, so before people get confused in that.
So before we start playing the game, just a quick introduction to the story of MIDI Vice. So you assist or control Max Volume, who is a hero in the city of Midiopolis. You must use his power of sound to control the very city itself so that he can keep the party rolling. And without further ado, our game has 2 levels currently, so we managed to get halfway.
As you can see, the bottom of the map kind of represents the. There's supposed to be tower buildings. It's going to be visualised a part of just like little. If anyone's seen Miami Vice, we basically ripped that off. So we'll see everyone in cars. Look forward to that. Thank you.
It's definitely as difficult as Dark Souls.
Yeah. Does any of the judges?
Cool. Okay, thank you, Neon Dream. Oh, sorry, were you asking getting one of the judges to come and play then? Right, okay, excellent.
Fancy,
Definitely got that going.
Right. So, I guess I should introduce you to the controls.
Okay.
It was originally built to be made or played on a keyboard, hence the name MIDI. We didn't get time to implement that, so at the moment we're just using the keyboard.
Fine.
Whenever you see a turquoise or blue colour,
Yeah.
tap C and it will ping him into the air.
Right.
Whenever you see a purple one, a pink, tap D and it will ping him into the air.
Okay.
And E is for the green. So
Right,
tap,
let's do
press
this.
start and have a go. It will take a few times to get it right. So we wanted to go with a really, really 80s theme. We wanted every cliche in the book here. And I think we got that. You may need to restart.
Okay.
Just, we have, yep. Yeah, so. The way we actually got it to work is, you just
The
got to restart
pressure.
the homepage.
Yeah, as you can see, worse than Dark Souls, so we have that going for us. But yeah, this was us 8 hours of work. Obviously, we tried to get in as much as we possibly could. We are 3 artists, 1 programmer, and 1 musician.
Okay.
So obviously, with what we had, a lot of artwork and a lot of stress for us programmer. Unfortunately, we're surprised we didn't. Surprised we didn't.
Just like to acknowledge our programmer, by the way. This is Rob, and he's in his first year at university, everybody. So he had a lot of pressure to get this completed. So
Totally did not take me 5 hours to create this amazing physics system that we've got.
Yeah, so I'll just say a little bit about the music. Obviously, very much of an 80s vibe. If you manage to complete it and leave it on the final page, the music will keep playing. Oh, he's almost there. Hey!
Go on, Dan.
So we'll leave it there and leave the music to play for a bit.
Okay, yeah, so
That's awesome.
before the game jam, I actually, the night before, I watched Drive, which heavily influenced what I wrote. So, but it was great fun. It was my first jam, and really, really good fun to do with as well. So, yeah.
Cool. Thank you, Neon Dream. Okay, I think we should probably start with Dan on this judging panel, as you had the hands-on time.
So it's definitely got that 1 more go factor, which is pretty cool. I could have quite easily sat up here for another 15 minutes trying to get to the end.
You got very close, very close.
I don't know if you're just saying that, but I felt like I could have done so much better. But it's really cool. I can see like how you can extend it. You could move things around to kind of fit the music perfectly as well. Yeah, I think it's got some really nice potential. I think quite like the stylized flat colors is what I think it lends to, the style. The music's cool. MIDI Vice fits really well. Yeah, really enjoyed it.
Awesome. Okay, Andrew, it sounded pretty good, right?
It did. It really did. I've got 3 words written down.
Okay.
Bonus 80s points. I feel like maybe
What was
there's
the
some
theme of
brethren
your
there.
game jam again?
The 70s,
Okay.
the 90s.
So they had Total War. You'd definitely be marked on the 80s vibe.
No,
yeah.
we've got a fave.
Okay.
Yeah. No, genuinely, impressive stuff. Having something that's like going to try and nail an aesthetic as kind of like iconic as that and succeeding is a tough call in 8 hours. So well done for that.
Awesome. Anissa.
Right, I was really impressed with the bars going up and down, jumping off of it. I think that's a really unique idea, and I think there's a huge potential there for like a proper game where you can have lots of different soundtracks going, and I can imagine going faster and faster and just tapping really quickly and stuff like that. So it's a really good starting point for like a bigger game. And I think the only thing I would prefer to have in that is probably like, because I think there was like different keys for different colors. If you just had the keys on those bars and you know what to tap, that would be really good.
Sure.
Again, it's just like a tiny UX issue, but makes a huge difference. So yeah, I quite like the idea of the bars going up and down. I think that's a really unique idea.
Right, cool. And Elle, what do you think?
Yeah, I really liked it. I really liked the aesthetic. I really loved that 80s style. I think it was a really cool idea, the whole MIDI interface. It's a shame you guys didn't have a bit longer to put that in. That was a really nice sort of differentiator. I really love the idea of the player controlling the environment, not the actual character. And that seemed very cool. And yeah, I'd like to see what you could do with a bit more time.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Should we get the next team on? Actually, no, first let's have another round of applause for Neon Dream, I think. All right, cool. Next up is a team called Two Dudes, and I believe it's because it's a team of two people, and they're two dudes right here. So, welcome, I guess. And you're going to be showing the Galactic Conquest. Yeah, exactly, right? You really got to go after this two dudes angle.
Hello.
There you go.
Ah, cool, awesome. There's only two of us. It was very difficult. Please
There we
wait
are,
for
that's
us.
it.
Cool. So we have developed a game called Galactic Conquest. No more kind of relaxed, chill games, nice little beats or anything like that. We have developed a game that will blow your mind. Prepare to see the realms and worlds around you shatter. So yeah, we are the team Two Dudes on the basis that we are in fact two of us, and we are, as the last time I checked, dudes. Here's Galactic Conquest! Hannes, the first team is like a massive thank you to Creative Assembly. I think that's probably good for points, actually. So, I just want to share a personal story. Before we started the GameJam, I actually had a massive herniated organ. And thanks to Creative Assembly's GameJam, I'm completely cured. So thank you, Creative Assembly. Everything you've done for us here has been fantastic. So yeah. So this is Galactic Conquest. We basically wanted to create a nice little arcade game that people could kind of enjoy. Very simple game mechanics, single click. Everyone knows how it works, except for when you need to press R to restart, because we've developed what is an unreasonably difficult game, unless, of course, like Hunters, you're just sticking to the left. And let's see, what else can I say? Actually, the second team had like a really good narrative, so if I bullshit and pretend like we've got one of those, that'd be really good as well. So the story of the game is that you have the bastard child of Neptune and Poseidon. In this particular game, he is represented by a white sphere, which is like, in Japan, you've got the whole Zen concept. The white sphere represents that, and it's the innocence of childhood, so that's why that's there. And the child is being thrown into a boat, and you're basically trying to keep him alive through all these evil rocks, because Hades?
Yep, sure, no, makes sense.
Hades, evil, yeah. Bit more, I guess we'll go into kind of the development of things. Basically, we started out and we thought, much better to have a game mechanic that works at like 4 hours and that we can kind of work on making sure it works kind of smoothly than kind of overshoot and end up with something that kind of is a bit broken. So we ended up with this. You've actually given up playing completely. Should we get like one of the judges? Do one of you guys want to try the game out? It's a nice bit of flick. Wow, you guys are really excited.
Go on, Andrew. Come on, Andrew.
I didn't say Galactic Conquest loud enough, did I?
I want to see the end of the story.
That is for GameJam 2. So yeah, as you can see, nice simple game mechanics. You just click and things work. There's a bit of leeway time for when you hit the rock to survive. Yeah, I mean, there's not much I can really say about it. It was just a fun little project we did together. First time me and Hans were working together. Artist, programmer, although to be honest, he helped out with the programming as well because he's a technical artist and he's better than me. And I actually got a bit of sadness in my voice there. That worked quite well. But yeah, no, other than that, thanks for having us. It's been really quite enjoyable. We had a great time making this unreasonably difficult. Don't feel bad, man. Like developing it, I was like, why can't I do well in this? But yeah, thank you very much.
Cool.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, two dudes. That was a pretty good pitch. I like that. That's very good. Okay, so I'll start with you, Andrew, as you did play it a little bit at the end there. What did you think of the Galactic Conquest theme, the story behind it, really the most enthusiastic pitch for a game about a golf ball?
I think, look out,
I've ever
BioWare.
seen.
Like, BioWare's in trouble with these guys, you know. No, I just, very, very amusing pitch, and genuinely a really nicely realised little little kind of, it's like I'm not belittling it when I say it's like a little toy. It's very tactile, and that again is something we keep saying in 8 hours. It's very impressive to achieve that. Yes, it's very hard, but that's fine too.
Sure. I think I told two dudes to really go after the fact that there's only 2 of them and really sell the underdog vibe. But is that something that you guys think about, the size of the team, or is that where do you fall? How many people were on your team when you did?
There were 4, so I mean obviously that's the ideal.
Right. Okay. That's the exact number you should have. Right.
Anything else is wrong.
Okay. Yeah. Lisa?
I really liked how you just use one button or one click, and I think it's a really good, if it's on mobile, and it would be a really good toilet game. You know how you kind of take it out and
like a desert golf kind of thing?
Yeah. So it's like a really good, a quick burst of a gameplay. You can tap, 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 and I think I can imagine myself losing a lot of time on these endless runners, and there's a lot of potential for like power-ups and, you know, it speeding up and the different kind of environments. There's a lot of potential there. So I think it's a good toilet game in the best sense of the word.
Cool. Can I just say that I can see your notes down here, and you have by far the most artistic.
I draw all
all
the games, so I remember what it is.
Nice. Al.
I'm stealing your notes, by the way. Yeah, I love the big themes, innocence versus evil. You know, someone's finally going to going big on that. Really love the faceted look. That's really, really nice to see. And love the palette, and that looks really cool. But I think I was so mesmerized by the story and the visuals that I don't actually remember hearing any sound. So it's kind of happening in my mind now. Did anyone hear any sound? Was there any sound in it? There was. So there you go. There you go.
Was it the sound of the click, the click,
yeah,
click, click,
maybe
click?
that was it. So I'd love to hear some sound.
There was 2 of them, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Sorry, I should stop doing that. Okay, and Dan.
So the water was beautiful. It was very cool. For 8 hours, that's a nice visual style to come across in. It's simplistic, but I think you nailed it. The narrative has moved me in ways that I think other games have not even started to do yet, I think. So good job on the narrative. And I think, yeah, the in-space and like Anissa said, the controls lend itself really nice to mobile. You can see some 3-year-old toddler there with an iPad tapping away. So yeah, it's very cool, I think. Maybe a little bit work on the theming, getting the narrative into the game, into the graphics.
I feel like that pitch needs to be the intro to the game.
Yeah.
And then it hits you with
if I have my eyes closed, it's perfect,
yep.
I think. But, yeah, it's very cool.
That's a really horrible thing to say.
That is a horrible thing to say. Just for the intro, yeah, okay. Sorry. Right. Backtrack, sorry.
All right, cool. Another round of applause for 2 dudes. Okay, next up we've got Team 4. They're called 1.21 Gigawatts, and they're going to be showing their game Surf Jam. Hello, how's it going? Round of applause, come on. Hey guys, there's just a microphone around here. Hello, hello. I like your hats. Yeah, it's cool. Just here.
Trying to get the sound working just right now.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, start off once again. Thank you to Creative Assembly and EGX for actually hosting the Game Jam. We all met yesterday morning and just made a game in 8 hours, which is.
Are you still friends, or are you friends at the end of that?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. We may have gone out drinking a lot last night.
Nice.
Because any game jam that doesn't end in drinking is a bad game jam. But anyway. Yes, the lights are very bright.
That's why you brought your cap.
Okay. So yeah, to start off with, I'm Ross, I'm the designer.
Hi, my name's Andrew. I worked on the music for the game.
I'm Martin. I did some of the art for the game. I'm Andrew. I did the coding.
I'm Emma. I did some of the characters. And I'm Hayley, and I did the rest of the programming. And shall we do Andrew mostly?
So so theme was flux, but also had the tags of sound, waves, and liquid. So the initial idea that we came up with was, okay, if things are constantly changing, you're using sound waves to control something sort of like a Pied Piper, but then we kind of scrapped that. Then you were under the sea, riding waves along that you manipulated using the sound. That sort of stayed. And then we, at the end, just kind of ended up with a Rastaman surfing sound waves through the sky while dodging sharks with balloons. Oh yes, of course. So the game is called Surf Jam because you're jamming through the sky. Our jokes are terrible, we know. No, I'm not doing your second jam joke. One jam joke is all you get. So yeah, if you'd like to start the game, we'll start showing you how you go. Yeah, well, I'll be showing the controls to go. So you basically just continue going straight along. You can go up, you can go down, or you can slow speed. So as you're playing, you speed up. It's harder to control. Because mainly every time there's a little beat, whatever button you're pressing builds the path along. So you can hold down the button and just continue to build the path to the end. However, once you build the path, you are stuck on the path. So if you build a path into a shark because you've been holding down the right pages, then the time is so other things we have the sets you can collect. So he's just hit the shark. As you can see, stop there and slow it down. There's a change from controls, which is the whole idea of this. And you might be able to use your attach the sound. So the Rasmussen's box has now been damaged by the sound. So he can't build paths anymore, and now he's wiped out. Are you sure you can beat that score? Okay, so yeah, as he's going along, again, just simple, goes up, and again, he manages to dodge the first shark. That's good.
I sense some tension in the group there.
It was a debated issue.
Right, okay.
If you'd like to just quickly crash that, that's right without one of the judges might come shot with
Which of the judges want to do it? Looks like Al. Confident Al.
Oh.
Yeah, so if you ever do lose the controls,
You don't want to be telling the judge they're not good at the game.
You're really good at this.
Trying to win them over right now. You're doing very well.
He is doing very well, actually.
No sound effects for the tape, so I'll be like,
Yeah, I'm sorry, I need to get his sound effects in.
Double shot.
Nice.
Cool.
Obviously, with 8 hours, not everything gets in, but that's why we have him go through the sound effects now. Excellent. Right, but yeah, it's totally not like he did most of the code or anything.
the idea is like when surfing the music, the screen will not move down with you, so if you fall off the bottom, the screen will move down. It's kind of like an endless runner because they're really popular with and they're quite easy to do in it.
Al, no, there's a shark! Al, there's a shark!
So yeah, that's part of the problem with building the paths. If you build it too long, there is a chance you will just go straight into a shark and you can't escape. So it's this quite a challenge between can I keep my reactions fast enough to get through everything, but also make sure that there's an actual path I can go along.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thank you, 1.21 gigawatts, and big round of applause. Can you please say wipeout again?
Wipeout!
Yes, there we are. That's it. That's good. I don't know, but it needs to be in the game, like now. All right. Okay. Okay. Over to the judges. Sorry, I see that you're writing notes, Al, but you just played the game. Give me some thoughts.
Yeah. What just happened? Cassette tapes in the sky with
some sharks
on balloons
on
and some rusted dude surfing. And so yeah, I mean this is the best story so far. Best narrative. Yeah, lots of ideas, but really impressive that a team that hadn't really met prior to that 8 hours put something together, and it's fun and it's good and yeah.
As someone that had to demo the game and then also try and form an opinion on it, I have to do that in my job. Often, sometimes your games, it's a bit stressful, isn't it? You want to do it right. You don't want the game developer to think you're bad at games. Not that I'm saying you're bad at games.
They're probably well,
Okay, cool. Anissa, what did you think?
Oh, wow. It actually really reminded me of an iPad game called Whale Trail, if anybody knows that. And it's basically clouds in the sky, and you can kind of just click a few buttons and you keep in the sky and trying to avoid obstacles and all that. It's quite, to me, it felt a little bit derivative, but also at the same time, I think I kind of wish the music was reggae music, just to fit in with the narrative, the looks of the characters and the sharks and all that. I think a bit of more fun. I can't sing reggae music, but I wish I could right now, just to give you an idea. But other than that, it was a really interesting mix of things, just like cassette tapes and sharks with balloons. But like Al said, it's really impressive to just met the people on the day and just making stuff on the next day. Wow, that's good job, guys.
They're still talking to each other and even went out for drinks.
I know, how do you not hate each other yet? Wow.
Andrew, when you did your game jam, did you know the team that you were with? Did you know everyone before you started?
Yeah, we'd jammed once before.
You jammed? Oh man, is that actually how people talk about it? We jammed once before. Because that sounds really cool.
I thought it was. Now I'm questioning everything.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. I'm saying that's what people should say.
No, we jade all over the place. Yeah.
Okay. No. Okay.
No. Okay.
Having that connection with people is how important is that when you're going into something like that?
I'd have thought hugely.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly helped us out, but judging by that, it doesn't matter. And we didn't win. You're right. Thanks for reminding us.
Oh no! It's a so spot. Come on.
But really impressive. I mean, 6 people. We established that's wrong. But
right,
2 of them are called Andrew. So yay.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. And Dan.
So I've worked on a couple of Infinite Runner style games myself, and it's easy to look at them and go, "Oh, that's easy to do," but it's actually quite hard to find the fun in these games and be original. And I think these guys have done a lot better than some of the things I've worked on, and so massive congratulations to that. That's really cool. I just note now it's not CA Infinite Runners.
Okay, cool.
There's no Total War Infinite Runner coming soon yet. But yeah, it was really cool. Again, raster music would have been fantastic. The graphics varied. I think it was really cool in terms of what was going on. The content was interesting. But it looked like a really fun game, I think.
Excellent. Cool. Let's have another round of applause for 1.21 gigawatts. Okay, let's introduce team number 5. This is Orion Studio, and they've got a great name for their game, which is Save Scuba Steve. Where are you guys? Hello. I like the name of your game. The microphone's just there. Hello. Hi. You all right? Do you want to grab this mic here?
So we're a group of students. We're aspiring game designers, and we're from Bournemouth Uni. And this is the 4th time we've jammed, or jade.
Jammed. I think it's jammed. I like jammed. It's good.
So we're part of a group of creative students that want to go and make games together in the future. So this is what we did today, and it's called Save Scuba Steve.
Yeah, so the game is you are 2 mermaids that are destined to protect Scuba Steve as he travels down the dark ravine, and he's trying to find the treasure that is the pearl at the end of this ravine. And as you do this, he's attacked by hordes of fish bombs, is what we decided. And these fishes are basically, you have to be repelled by the mermaid's water waves. So yeah, I'll just have a go.
So we went for the theme of flux and waves. Waves being the diversifier in water, so we made it under the sea, which is pretty obvious. You shoot out the waves of water, and you're shooting away waves of enemies, so that's how we tried to get that in. You've got the way it works is you have the 2 mermaids, and the wave of water that you're firing goes between the 2 of them, so you have to control them separately and try and line up the angle to push away the enemies. These blue fish that you see, they are actually, oh my god, they level up the game, but they make it harder, but they also give you another life. So it's kind of a choice about how difficult you want to make the game for yourself. But if you're losing on the lower difficulty, then it kind of forces you to get the lives, make it harder, and you'll lose more quickly, and then you get to start again. So that's pretty much the gist of the gameplay. I'll just pass it over to these guys so they can talk about the art.
So basically we were working with just mice, or mice is nice, and because of that we thought it made sense to kind of stick to a clean vector art style. We were really inspired by like kind of Samurai Jack and all those really clean things, and yeah, we just wanted to keep it simple and keep it colourful. One thing we did notice was at first we couldn't see the characters, so we had to play around colour schemes a bit. Do you guys want to go? Yeah, I just want to just...
Anissa, you haven't played one yet. I think you're going to have to... Everyone else has had to come on and eventually fail at someone's game.
So yeah, literally, so you move the little mermaids up and down.
Oh, okay.
And if you line them up, and then you fire with the triggers, and they fire the little bubbles. So yeah, you just got to try and.
Do I have to catch the bubbles?
No, you just fire. You basically try and get rid of these bubble
Fishies.
creatures.
Oh, okay.
The fishies. So yeah, the blue ones are good though if you want to make it more difficult, but that's entirely up to you.
To keep with, can I have the mic here? To keep with the theme of Flux, we made the background constantly changing, and it gets the color varies and the environment changes as you move further down. But that's probably pretty much all we can really talk about with it, to be honest. Yeah, thanks again to Creative Assembly and EGX for hosting the jam. It was a great opportunity, although 8 hours is a mental amount of time to make a game in. So yeah.
Cool.
Also, thank you all for coming as well. It's great to see you all. Are you having a good time? Is everyone good? Woo, yeah. Awesome.
Thank you, Orange Studio. Cheers, guys.
I don't know if this game is easy or I'm actually really good at it, but I'm still alive.
You can make it more hard if you want.
Guys, I'm actually good at games. Who would have thought? Okay. Am I supposed to keep playing? Because I'm still winning.
You're bragging that you're really good at it, so I kind of want to see if you can keep going.
You might make it. You're almost there.
What do I get? What do I get? Do I get like a prize?
No!
Oh, I've been in... okay. Oh. That was good.
Thank you, guys. A round of applause for Orange Studio. All right, cool. I like the game over screen on that, which is a weird thing to say, but it looks really nice. Anissa, you just played and claimed to be very good at that game.
And then I died. Yeah, so that was really interesting, using two triggers, like two different controls, and trying to, like, it's almost like a Pong game, but you're trying to save a thing in between your Pong game. And I think that's a really unique idea. Like, I can't really remember a lot of games that use both, what do you call that, thumbsticks, other than probably Katamari Damacy, where you roll things around. So good points for unique stuff, and good points for the fact that you make me feel like I'm actually good at games. So yeah, congratulations.
Cool. Al, what did you think?
Yeah, I really liked it. I really liked it. Thought it was an interesting take on the kind of twin stick shooter. I thought the visuals were really cool as well. I'm not too sure about the mermaids with the scary blue eyes. They looked a bit intimidating. They really wanted you to get down there at the bottom, didn't they? Which also dovetails into what is Steve's story and his association with the mermaids. But I really like the kind of electroplankton style music. I think that could really send me to sleep. That was really pleasant.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Andrew, it's a group of students that have just turned up to do a game jam. That sounds kind of a scary thing as well. As well as, like, we've had a team that didn't know each other. These guys are still studying, and they're rocking up and jamming and all sorts. That's pretty cool, right?
It's very cool. Very cool.
Nice.
It's terrifying because of all the talent that's coming up and going to be competing for my customers. But yeah, I'm genuinely like this one and the last one, that in the best possible way, they remind me of like a Lost Spectrum, like ZX Spectrum game in terms of just like the crazy, like fever dream like content of them, and I think that's brilliant. I think that's that's good British games development. That's great.
Nice. Cool. Done.
So the artwork again was fantastic. I think for me this is one of the best artwork games. Just very handcrafted. It was very cool. The little Scuba Steve animation, very cool as well. Like that. I also really like the mechanic of grabbing the blue fish to make it more difficult at risk of getting extra life. Like those kind of risk reward mechanics are what we always try to incorporate into games, and seeing that in 8 hours is, again, really impressive. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's quite nicely when you grab something like that and then lose, you at least feel like it's your
Yeah,
fault.
it's
well as the
completely
game's.
my fault. I was greedy. It was bad.
Okay, yeah.
It's very
exactly.
cool.
Cool. Well, another round of applause for Ryan Studio, please. And the final team of the Game Jam, they've got to see what everyone else has done, and now they've got to come up on stage and beat it. It's Random Ramblers, and they're showing their game TOADAL. Where is Team 6? Hello. Round of applause. Hey, guys.
So, hello everyone, and thank you everyone once again. Our game is something of an anomaly because it was created entirely in JavaScript. So, the initial concept going from the idea of flux, of constant flow and ever-changing states and waves, as it were, we came up with the idea of a little paper plane catching waves and rocketing off into the sky to try and get as far as it can without going into the drink, essentially. I came up with the initial concept and also did the sound and music design.
Cool. My name is Bryn, and I'll focus on a lot of the art design. It's coming up in a sec.
So I'm sure it's very good.
So going on with it, so Flux obviously was the main theme, and some of the sub-themes we were given was liquid. So obviously being tidal, we focus on waves and sort of liquid water and the process of flowing and flowing out. And I tried to link that to the artwork, so is that coming up? Cool. So I basically drew out some sketches, and my main inspiration was some sort of Japanese style art, some like some of their older sort of art styles, and the Great Wave of Kanagawa by Hokusai, if I've pronounced that right. And yeah, so we've got some basically general assets for the game, and then the main game screen, and the waves, and the sea background, and the clouds to go overhead, which I then gave to Benita, who added the wow factor to it and put it into Photoshop.
Cool. So yeah, I got to spend like a good 6 or 7 hours painting in Photoshop. That was quite a luxury. For the art style, we decided to go for sort of that emotional, organic feel of impressionism in a way, sort of support the fluidity of the project. And yeah. Oh yeah, we got our paper planes, just our character, sort of making. He's a paper plane. So he's making his way through the harsh storm. Yeah.
So the fact that it is JavaScript means that it's actually online at the moment. We've got it at on itch.io, somewhere here, the last one, there we go. Yeah, it's there, so tidal.itch.io /tidal, yeah. So let me just close the presentation, and hopefully my screen doesn't explode. All right, so here we are, the very beginning. I'll let you play. You're definitely better since you are the primary programmer. I helped. I was a late substitution covering for my friend. And oh, where's the sound coming? Because we got our audio guy. He did a very good job, and there should definitely be some sound. Give it a refresh.
Oh, yeah, do you want to, I think maybe go on playback settings? Okay, so you did the sound. Is it good?
Very jammy, very intense.
Nice. I like that the word jammy keeps coming up. It's good. Awesome.
I've got to love a good jam. So yeah, it was a bit of an odd one working just in pure JavaScript. As you can see, I've got a lovely technical guy here helping me out. But it was nice. We had a limited amount of time. We all just met, and it was nice to just come together, bring in our various skills. Obviously, we had a very talented artist and the musician, which you can see the music happening. But
it's definitely trying. It's really
definitely doing something. There's the green bar's doing its thing. Trust us.
Do you need to right-click it and say
technical
there we are?
difficulties at the end?
Okay, well, can we start playing the game without the sound, or what? That feels bad. That feels rough on you, though.
The aim of the game, if you just want to fire it up, you catch the waves, and it's the unpredictable nature of the sea. So they're procedurally generated, and they throw you in a different direction, and you go as far as you can. Sometimes you don't predict what direction it'll throw you in, how strong it'll throw you, how often the waves are. And actually, I showed it to my friends yesterday, and they were actually competing for the high score for a considerable amount of time. But it does have the sound, which unfortunately we don't have here. Maybe
which is why people should go online and play it.
Can you beatbox?
But people can go online right now and
exactly. So it's online. It's fixed ratio at the moment for 600 by 600. So mainly desktop or tablet. Yeah, but it's the laptop itself for some reason. It's a bit of an old one. But if you go online. Okay. I was actually outputting through the PC. Let's have a little. Let's give it a go.
Well, it looks very, very pretty. I don't know how you managed to do that in such a small amount of time.
No, there's no music. Oh, yeah, the jack and the HDMI. We can. I dare take it out and in again. You know, the old.
That usually fixes it, right?
Yeah. It's an old laptop. Restart.
Oh yeah, have you tried refreshing? We'll crowdsource this, right? How many
Come on,
developers
tech
are in this
support,
room?
let's go.
There's got to be someone.
While
who
we're
knows how to do
checking that, can I just...
That is an excellent... You are a genius, man. Right, there we are. Nice. I want a round of applause for this man who had the logic that nobody else did. Okay, cool. Can we switch over? You know.
All right.
Is that something that we can do? We'd had the round of applause, so we're going to have to do it now. Oh, no, there's some worried looks. Okay. Okay.
It's up there.
Can we
The
try
game controls are to rise it and to fall it. And when you're down nearer to the wave, because it's the sound of the liquid wave and the flux of those which are giving you that lift power, which is the red bar, being lowered down increases that bar. So, and also as the game goes by and the score increases, the amount of push you get from, like the push in the lift power, not the push in the it being flown up in the air or flown right or flown left, decreases as the score goes on.
Yeah, do you want to go? Unfortunately, there's no sound. It's quite.
Yeah, the sound is really good.
We'll see. I thought that, and everyone did a round of applause, and I thought it was a really good idea, and then maybe that's a tough thing to sort out right now.
No.
Okay.
I'm impressed by the number of tabs you have open right now.
Yeah.
You're a man after my own heart.
Is that a start button?
Also, as other groups said, we hadn't met before.
All right, cool.
Yesterday.
So this is your first time meeting each other. Are you guys still friends? Are you still friends with each other?
Well, we vaguely know each other, I guess.
What do you mean,
Yeah, you can't start that question with
We're all in uni on different days.
Okay, so but you get on, right? Everyone's cool. That's nice. All right. Well, hopefully we can get. Man, I'm excited about this sound for when it finally turns up. Look, you can see it right there. It's moving up and down. I know, right? Well,
I have to deal with on a daily basis.
the artwork looked amazing, and yeah, I think everyone we should all go out and play it at some point, just so we can hear the sound, because of how much we're kind of ruining your demo here. Sorry about that. I feel responsible. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I play the game on my phone and use the audio? Can we use one of those laptops and get the audio and I'll hold it to a mic? Okay, well. Okay, I'm sorry. I think we have to wrap it up. I feel really bad about this.
We'll put up the website at least, so you can give it a go. It's there.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Quick go.
Yeah, go ahead.
So if you want to just press A. Oops. Yeah. So press A to go up.
Yep.
Is that actually the high score, by the way?
No,
10,950.
I think the high score was one of my friends yesterday got 150,000.
150,000. That
Yeah,
sounds
so
like a lot. I don't know how the scoring works exactly, but that sounds like loads.
So you catch it just right. It takes a bit of while, like getting used to. So there.
Okay.
If you just keep pressing, yeah.
Okay.
And you got the little stamina in the corner, which depletes as you try and catch the wave of.
That is not that score. That is 2,960.
Yeah, there is a knack to it. It seems once you find the knack, so go up, 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 and you got to be above the wave, and then it pushes you in a random direction.
If you hold the A down, it's easier.
Oh, that's nice.
Ooh,
That's fancy.
all the way up.
What the right? Did everyone hear that then?
That was
That
sound.
was audio. Audio came from somewhere. I'm not sure which machine or which what's going on right now. But yeah, I think unfortunately because we have
Yep, that's
10 minutes to
understandable,
worry
of
about-
course.
I'm so sorry about this, but Random Ramblers, you were excellent sports and the game looks gorgeous. So huge round of applause.
Thank you very much, and thank you to all the judges and Rez for having us, of course.
Well done, guys.
Yeah,
Okay, so over to the judges. That was a shame, wasn't it? Because I really want to hear what that game sounds like now. If it sounds as good as it looks, it's going to be an attractive game to listen to. All right.
So yeah, I think we all need to go online and play it. Also, it was a really great reminder of games development and also trying to show a game at a big event, demoing a game. This happens to everybody, and it's usually the weirdest stuff that you could never predict that happens. So exactly like this. I really liked it. I thought it was a really lovely concept, really beautiful concept, which is really different and kind of does tie into the theme. Really loved the paper plane idea. And also, it's really nice to see someone referencing something kind of outside the usual sphere of, the things that us nerds really like. Referencing Japanese painting is fantastic. And that's really good. And the fact that you've released it online already is also credit to you as well. So
yeah,
well done.
Absolutely. Cool. Anissa, what did you think?
I really like the idea of having clouds as waves and all that, and little paper plane going through the clouds. That's really cute as well. I know I'm using the word cute a lot this time. Is that the music?
I can hear it.
Quite
That sounds
technical.
pretty good,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, I kind of wish we could play with the music on. That sounds really good. It kind of, I wrote down the word flappy plane because it kind of
Sure.
flaps. And there's a little bit of Flappy Bird, nuances there. But as far as the art style goes, I think there's a lot of potential there as well, with like the hard brushes and all that. There's quite a mood going on where kind of a paper plane going through things. I think that as a narrative is quite nice.
I'm not sure if people on the stream will be able to see this, but there's currently one of the devs is holding the microphone next to the laptop so that we can hear it. Excellent. Andrew.
Hello. I'm not going to. Well, I'm going to be that guy.
Okay.
I think it was Hiroshige who.
Oh wow.
Made that
Okay.
piece of art,
Right.
the Great Wave, not Hokusai. I think Hokusai is where it was.
Okay.
Wow.
You're that guy. Everyone, that guy.
Wow. 8
Tango
hours.
Fiesta was like a massive reference fest, so
Okay.
forgive me for that. But yeah, I think it looked great. It sounds like it sounds great. We can hear it now. I think it's incredibly brave doing something in JavaScript in 8 hours, or just at all.
Sure.
I think kudos to them.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
Cool. Dan.
So it's quite brave to demo a browser-based game with things like autocomplete and browser history. So good
Yeah,
job
right.
on the balls for doing that. To play, it was very cool. Again, it's like a Flappy Bird reference. It was really, really quite nice and satisfying to play. Seeing the different phases of animation for the plane as well, like in 8 hours again. Like seeing the concept art from the background up, that was beautiful. And again, use of contextual reference as well is bonus points. It's very cool.
Excellent. Cool. Well, a huge round of applause for Random Ramblers that had to go through that, and it still looked good. Well done, man. Thank you for doing that. That's cool. All right, cool. Well, at this stage, I'm going to leave. I might have to move this now. It does sound good. Oh, no. Now I'm being the person that's taking it away. Oh, God. Should I stop this? Should I just keep it going? Should I keep it going? All right. Okay. All right. Fine. So I'm going to give you the judges some time to quickly discuss the games that they've just seen. I think we are overrunning a little bit. It's probably my fault. Sorry. So like 5 minutes of conversation about which one you like. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Okay. Right. Okay. So that'll be a quick conversation. Okay. Excellent. And yeah. So and then there's going to be prizes for third, second, and first place. So you guys do that. And I'm going to pick someone from the audience to talk to for a little bit whilst you do that, which is, oh, is that Pip War from Rock, Paper, Shotgun? What a surprise. It's almost like I asked you to sit there so that I could come and ask you about games. All right, cool. Hello. Okay, so we're both games journalists, right?
Yes.
I think so.
We try.
Which means that we don't really understand how people make games a lot of the time. And like when you see after 8 hours work that like all of these games are actually being made and actually work, that's incredibly impressive.
No, and only like one technical hitch and repaired now. So
Yeah, right.
good work, you guys.
Did you have any favorites without influencing the judges too much, which have disappeared to go, that's where they actually go somewhere to converse? Excellent. What did you think looked good? What stood out to you?
So, is it Galactic Conquest? I love
That's right.
the water
Yep.
in that, like the way that moved and the actual just stylistic quality of it. That was awesome. And in terms of, what's it called? The game that we just saw.
Yep,
TOADAL.
that's TOADAL.
Yes. Everyone on stage who mentioned Flappy Bird, but it reminded me of Tiny Bird. Do you guys know that game? So, Tiny Wings, that's the one.
The developer has just agreed very strongly with that assessment.
Basically, you were a bird and you slid down hills and then zoomed off into the sky and then sort of built up combos, and I spent far too much time on that game. But yeah, so those were great. Did you have a thing that caught your eye specifically and particularly?
Galactic Conquest just remind me of Desert Golfing a lot, in the same way that I could just be playing that game. Someone mentioned like in the bathroom. It's sort of like a perfect game for that. I could totally see.
Oh, do you know what it did remind me of? It reminded me of how you punt your raft in The Flame in the Flood.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because you move that by clicking just to the side of where you're going to push you away. And so it looked like that was what you were doing with your boat on the screen. That was pretty cool.
Favorite name of the games that have been shown? Here's a list.
Remind me. I really loved Save Scuba Steve just because I love the actor.
Right, yeah, okay.
So,
I think I'm a Total War fan, so I'm liking Total War. That's very good.
The punning is strong with that one.
Yeah,
and we are games journalists.
So that's like 90% of what we do. Okay, cool. Well, thank you very much, Pip. And I'm hoping the judges have like sort of finished now. Also, I'm probably going to have to turn this down. Sorry. No, don't boo. Oh God. Oh no, this is someone else's laptop, isn't it? I think it's that one. Oh, there we are. That worked. Okay, well, presumably the judges are going to come out from somewhere in the background. But in the meantime, can we have a big round of applause for everyone that's shown the game so far? It must be a terrifying thing to do. And the judges haven't come back, so I guess I'm going to decide the winner, which will be fun. Yeah, we've got a selection of prizes. I think we're going to keep them a surprise until like each of the games, like third, second, and first, gets called out. And they're definitely not coming back, are they? They've just gone. That's the thing. All right, I'm going to sit on one of their fancy stools for a second. See how they like that. Oh, God. Oh, they're quite difficult to get on. There we are. All right, so, yeah, I'm going to go... Okay, before the judges come back, let's go through the games, and let's have a round of applause for each one. And you need to pick a favorite, all right? Is that a cruel thing to do? Does that sound like a cruel thing to do? Okay, you know what? Let's just give a round of applause to each of them. We're going to go through them. We've got Sofa Squadron's Total War Top of Hops. There we are. Oh, no, they are back. Okay, so it was just that one that's getting a round of applause. Excellent. Pretend it was for everyone. Here, the judge is back. I wasn't sitting on your seat. Promise. You guys took way longer than 2 minutes. What was that about?
It's hard.
All
It's
right.
really hard.
Good.
Okay, sorry.
It's hard. The
It's a bit
drinks back there
aggressive.
are great. You know, make the most of it.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, have you guys come to your decisions?
Yeah, we have. It was really tough. I think we thought all of the games were fantastic, and again, for the really short amount of time you guys had to put something together, it was really, really impressive. So congratulations again. But after 120 seconds worth of deliberation...
That was way more than that. What are you talking about?
Oh, we had a break as well. We have got our top three. Okay.
So I guess we'll start with number 3 on that list.
So
who wins third place and gets themselves a prize?
Okay, so in third place, it's Two Dudes with Galactic Conquest.
Two Dudes! If you'd like to come up to the stage, you can collect your prize. Hello, well done. I believe someone from the Creative Assembly is going to walk out and give you prizes here, but I believe you've won a collection of Creative Assembly games and artwork and some nice things like that. So, huge congratulations. Well done, guys. Well done. Awesome. Yeah, well, thank you very much. Cheers.
Okay, in second place, and it was really close, in second place is Save Scuba Steve from Orion Studio.
Save Scuba Steve. You guys want to come onto the stage? Hello, guys. And I believe you won some gaming motherboards, right? Yes, that's correct. Awesome. Did you want a gaming motherboard?
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. Good. Awesome. Congratulations, yes, well done. Awesome. And
and I think all of us as judges were really impressed with the winner. We thought it really was in keeping with the theme. Brilliant use of the time, the scope of the game was fantastic. It really felt like a whole complete game with a really fantastic attention to detail, and I hope you, actually this is true for all of the games, but I hope you do kind of keep working on it. And that is Total War from Sofa Squadron.
Of course it was the pun. Congratulations, guys. I believe you've all won some Samsung Galaxy tablets, so that's pretty cool, yeah. I think there's like 6 of them or something as well, which is it's fine. Cool. Here you go, guys. Awesome. Congratulations. So, are you guys going to be continuing development on this game? Is this going to be something that you keep working on after the show?
Yeah, I think there's plans to put it on itch and polish off a few things that are a bit broken with it, and sort it out.
Well, I mean, you won the GameJam, so I think you're off to a pretty good start. Yeah, huge congratulations, guys, and yeah, look forward to playing it. Cheers. Well done. All right then, that wraps up the Creative Assembly GameJam. Thank you so much for coming. It's a very cool thing to see people make games in such a short amount of time, and also, like, as they've just said, that game's going to exist now. People are going to be able to play it. That's pretty freaking cool. And yeah, thank you to everyone that turned up, and thank you to everyone that took part. Cheers.
Developers live and play
and also
a
probably
huge
the
range
judges
of
as well.
unreleased games. You can see the biggest developers live and play a huge range of unreleased games at EGX 2016 in Birmingham from the 22nd to the 25th of September. The UK's biggest games event is going even bigger this year, with more space and more screens to make it our best ever. Play this year's hits first, see developers live, and check out the spectacular cosplay stage, gigantic retro selection, plus sessions and talks on getting into the games industry.